Fellow Nigerians, I stand before you today, not as Aisha Yesufu, but as your fellow citizen. And so when you hear me refer to myself, when I say me, I'm not talking about me, Aisha Yesufu. I'm talking about that fellow Nigerian, that your fellow citizen, that tired Nigerian. And the question I'm asking today is this: is it fair? Is it fair the pressure you put on me as your fellow citizen? Is it fair the repeated calls you make to me as your fellow citizen? Is it fair the numerous messages you send to me as your fellow citizen? Is it fair all of this pressure, all of these things, all of this mountain, and yet you don't do your own bit? When your child is hungry, you reach out to your fellow citizen. When your child is sick, you reach out to your fellow citizen. When you cannot pay school fees, you're reaching out to your fellow citizen. When you cannot pay your house rent, you're reaching out to your fellow citizen. Sometimes you send texts in the middle of the night. You do not even ask what that your fellow citizen is going through. Is it fair, the pressure you put on me as a fellow citizen? Why is it that you don't reach out to the government that is supposed to take care of your needs? Why is it that you don't make demands on those who have been voted into office, who are using your money to do a lot of things, to mess about with your money, enrich themselves? Is it fair what you're doing to me? As a fellow citizen, I'm sick, I'm tired. Is it fair the emotional blackmail you put to me? You send me pictures, sometimes horrible pictures, of things happening in your life that you want solution to. You forget that I too have my own problems as your fellow citizen. You forget that I'm also dealing with a lot of things, but yet you mount this pressure. Is it fair? Is it fair what we do to ourselves? Meanwhile, we leave those who we have voted into office, we never get to them. You come to me, you're looking for a job. Where have you asked your governor to give you a job? Have you asked your local government chairman to provide jobs for you? Have you asked your senators? Have you asked your House of Rep members? Have you asked your House of Assembly members what are they doing to ensure that there's enabling environment for jobs to be created so that you have work, and then you will need to ask me, your fellow citizen? Is it fair? Is it fair when it is time to vote? Every 4 years, you have a simple task, just very simple. Go out there and vote in the right person, the best candidate that will ensure that you're enabling environment for you to have jobs, for businesses to thrive, for development. And you don't. You stay at home. You do nothing. You refuse to go out to vote. You just sit down and you say votes don't count. And then yet, at the end of the day, after the whole election, you call me to tell me your problem. Me, your fellow citizen. Is it fair? Is it fair the pressure you're putting on me? The economy is down. My business are down. My job, I don't get as much salary. Your fellow citizen, the things I used to get money before, the government has shut it down, and yet you're mounting your pressure on me. You're sending me your problems that I should solve your problem as your fellow citizen. Is it fair? Is it fair? Yeah, government will come and they will buy votes. They spend 5,000 naira, they spend 500 naira. They spend less than 10,000 or 20,000 to buy votes. And then yet, all your problem, you bring it to me, your fellow citizen, to solve. And this problem in the 4 years, we run into hundreds of thousands of naira. Is it fair? The smallest thing that you can do is to ensure you get your voter's card, is to go out there and vote and sit down and ensure it's just a day your votes are counted and that your votes the right person gets into power so that we have an enabling environment, and then nobody will need to ask anybody for help. Yet you refuse to do it. Is it fair? Is it fair? Is it fair the pressure you're mounting on your fellow citizen? The text messages you're sending, you're asking for this, you're asking for that, you're hounding your fellow citizen. Yet the smallest thing that you can do to ensure that we have an enabling environment in this country so that you don't need to ask anybody for anything, you don't want to do it. Let me tell you something. I do not want to help anybody. I want people not to need my help. I want us all to have the same basic things that we all can enjoy so that we are not asking everybody. Do your part so that I'll do my part. So that we can have a Nigeria where we don't need to call our fellow citizens, but we ensure that government provide the right thing that will give us a better country and a better life. Thank you.